Good morning. Thank you for your patience on me getting that all squared away. Technology is great when it works. So, good Wednesday morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to all of my American friends, family, colleagues, acquaintances, anybody else. If you're not in America, again, happy Wednesday. Uh, as we know, Friday is Black Friday, and the malls and stores and roads will be absolute chaos. And I'm going to do my best to avoid it. Uh, Hard to do when you live across the street from a major mall. Needless to say, it's almost like walking around landmines, not to compare that because that's pretty scary. But ultimately it's this time of year is you got to be really strategic about when you go places because it's going to be a little chaotic because well people are chaotic. The world's kind of chaotic. There's all kinds of different challenges which I talk about quite a bit, write about quite a bit. We talk about it on the Breakfast Leadership Show and a variety of other ventures and places, coffee shops, whatnot. So, in the past, when Black Friday came around, I thought, okay, is there anything I want to offer? Like a discount to something. But most of my stuff I keep pretty affordable anyway. My books, courses, whatnot. I try to keep it reasonable for individuals to be able to consume the content. Because my hope is, if you're burned out, that you stop that. Don't be burned out, and that's why my books and the things I write about helps with that. If you're working in a toxic workplace, well, here's some ideas on how to address that. And in the background, you'll hear a 9-month-old puppy barking. So I will tell him, "Hey, Sebastian, come here." Um, Puppies are great. You should get one. They're amazing to play with. So I'm sure he's barking at lights or something like that. And who knows? Sebastian, come. Much like my kids, he doesn't listen either. But anyway, um, hopefully we'll get him under control. Otherwise, I'm going to bring him in here. But ultimately, you have to deal with some things like dogs barking. And let me go grab him. Apologies for that. One moment. Bribe him with treats. Okay. That's what the beautiful thing about live is you get to hear dogs barking. But yeah, bribery works every time was a quote from my accounting teacher in high school when we skipped class and he was upset about it. But then we brought back a dozen donuts for him and he said bribery works every time. Little concerned that an accountant said that, but who knows? Anyway, but I was thinking, and going back to what I talked before my dog wanted to chime in on some things. Uh, Basically what you have is with Black Friday, things are discounted, we think. And we've seen the videos of things where the prices are actually the same price they were 2 weeks ago. So they're not really discounted. But do your research, folks. If there's something you want to buy, like a big ticket item, price it out now and just kind of keep an eye on it. There's plenty of apps and ways to keep track of, price changes and whatnot, and then buy it at an affordable price for you. But I thought, okay, what do I want to offer? Like you said, my books and things like that are already, affordably priced. So I was like, I'm not going to discount them anymore. But I thought, you know what? I have a lot of programs and apps and relationships that I've built over the almost 10 years of the organization. And a lot of these products and apps and things that I use are downright amazing. I love them. They've made my life so much easier, and they've made my life be able to do the things that I like to do. Grow the business, serve more people, create more content, so many different things. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go live just before this Thanksgiving, and I'm going to share. a resources page that we just put up on the revamped website at breakfastleadership.com if you've never visited. And we're going to go over some of these partnerships. I'll probably do some deeper dives into some of these apps in future videos or shorts or whatnot, to go a little bit deeper. But we're just going to kind of do an overview on this. And if any of these products or services resonate with you, I highly encourage that you support them, because that's a win-win-win. It's a triple win. It's a win for you because you're getting access to a great product or service. I win because these are partnerships that I have, and there's affiliate compensation. So full disclaimer, there's a compensation component to this, not out of your pocket, but it's out of the organization's pocket. And I think when you do that, it helps grow all kinds of different things. And I think that it's important for us to recognize that. So, real quick, let me go ahead and send a love you message to my spouse because she made it to work. Something we do. Probably too much information, but yeah, if you have a spouse or partner, tell them you love them from time to time, would you please? Just a side note. Anyway, so we're going to dive in and we're going to go into um, some things here. And I'm going to click over here. And I'm assuming you see these things. I'm going to click on this is the Breakfast Leadership site. I'll record another video just kind of going over the revamped page and things like that and different things that you may not know that we do. Uh, some people don't. It's amazing. I talk to content creators all the time, and they will say, "I love your Instagram feed or your Instagram feed, excuse me," but they've never listened to my show or they've never looked at any of the articles that we write. And we have people that consume where they consume, which is great. I'm able to reach a lot of people and organizations in a variety of different ways that serve them, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to serve. I've got skills and gifts, experiences, hair loss, all that kind of good stuff. Don't ask me about hair. I'm not an expert in it, but I do wish, and I've said this before, that every dollar that I've saved on shampoo over the years, I really wish I would have invested that because, well, I would have a nicer camera. But anyway, so we're going to go over to partners, and we're going to go to the partner page. And you'll see, and it's loading up a little slow. Apologize for that. I'm gonna scroll down and do some things. Ideally, I want to make sure that's on here. Um, let's see, is that updating? Let's take a look here. Let's go partners. Will it work there? Hold on. Oh, I see what's going on. Um, I need to share that tab. Bear with me. Stop sharing, and then I'm gonna share. This is why you do crazy things. Screen share, partners. Actually, do window. Okay, let me do the window. Entire screen. That's no. Let's do window. Okay, and share tab instead. All right, there we go. Share. Okay, so thank you for that. Let's go over here. Make sure it's doing that. Technology is awesome, man. I love this. Anywho, so I'm going to go through each of these, and you can fast forward to all of these if you want. But these are the valued partners that I have with the Breakfast Leadership Network, and I highly encourage that you leverage them. First out of the gate, you probably recognize that logo. I'm sure you've sent many a currency unit to them. It's Amazon. Now, if you're going to be doing some shopping, if you shop through the link that you click on, that logo, that supports the Breakfast Leadership Network. We have an affiliate relationship with Amazon, and we get a little percentage of what you buy. So if you're going to be buying some stuff and you feel like supporting the organization, hey, I appreciate that. It helps us do all kinds of different things with the organization and build new products and services and coaching programs and hire staff and buy tools and all kind of good stuff. So if you're going to be going to Amazon, if you think of it, come back to this page, thebreakfastleadership.com/partners. Just click on that logo. It'll take you directly to the Amazons, and you can shop your merry way. And like I said, Amazon takes care of it and sends a small percentage depending on what you buy. There's certain things they don't give you a commission on. There's certain things you are, and that changes by the minute. So I'm not going to tell you go buy that big screen television unless you want to. Then go for it. I may or may not get a commission. I don't know. For me, it's just a case of if it gets something great. If not, at least it's an easy way for you to do some things. The second one is AppSumo. I've been using that platform for years. They are basically an incubator for startup software companies, software as a service, or just regular apps. There are probably 2 dozen apps that I have acquired through them over the years, including the one that I'm streaming right now, ironically, called OneStream, and we'll talk about them in a moment. But for me, AppSumo has been amazing, and they run specials all the time. They give you 10% off coupons. If you join their AppSumo Plus program, then you get automatically get 10% off of things. And these are some of the most innovative software platforms that I've seen. Like I said, there's probably been 2 dozen at least different apps that I've used that I signed up through AppSumo. So you can do the same thing. Just click on the image, and it will take you to there. You can sign up, and so you get access to just some amazing programs. And there's a few of them that I'll be talking about today. Okay, the next one, cash flow. If you're a business owner, actually, if you're an individual too, cash flow is kind of important. And I'll give you a real life example for this. From a revenue standpoint for the organization, there are months that are great. There are months that are a little iffy, and that's the cycle of running businesses. You try to keep it harmonized as best you can, but not always does that work. So you have to work on cash flow. You have to make sure the cash flow is covering your costs and understand when things are going on and all of that. And in the U.S., there's a lot of organizations, manufacturing, people that do a lot of R&D, businesses, you name it, where they actually qualify for a lot of tax credits. And this year, and as you know, I do my best to stay out of politics on this show and on my platform, but the big beautiful bill was passed. And again, I'm avoiding politics on this, but there were some significant tax opportunities or tax saving opportunities for businesses, manufacturing, R&D, biotech, you name it. There are all kinds of different businesses that can qualify for some of these additional tax credits that were basically the quote that I heard is like the tax credits that have been around since early 1980s. A few of them for a period of time have been put on steroids. They are like huge, big things. Why? Because the bill is to entice companies to get some additional tax rebates and credits so they can take those funds and reinvest into their business, expand their business, open up a new factory, whatever the case may be. So, clicking on that link will get you an opportunity to just run some numbers like number of employees you have, and you can see what you could possibly qualify for. And then we jump on a no obligation call and figure out okay, what kind of savings. There's billions and trillions of dollars that are going back to businesses, and I want small businesses to thrive. So that's why I partnered with the organization to do this. I want small businesses to grow. Why? Because that's the backbone of our country. It's important for me. So if you run a small to mid-sized business, even if you run a large one, it only takes a few seconds for you to kind of figure out, okay, what potential tax credits could we be looking at? So you can click on the image on there, and you can be happy, smiley like that guy too. Uh, okay, the next one, high level. We've always heard that phrase. Reach another level, go high level. High level is the CRM system that I use, and it's not just a CRM system. It is, you name it, from emails, from web page hosting, from scheduling, from outbound calls, inbound calls, text messaging, uh, courses. It is the most robust system that I've seen in a very, very long time. And I've been using it for a year now, and it has completely made my business so much easier to run. Everything's in one place instead of 15 different places where your scheduler's over here, your online course things over here, your website's over here. Oh, text messaging. Okay, I use this app. Okay. Oh, we got to build some funnels and lead magnets. Oh, okay, that's another app. You could literally spend $3,000 plus a month on a variety of different things, and this tool does it for a tenth of that. So if you're interested, and feel free to reach out to me too, jump on a call. Be more than happy to show you how we're using it. We're not even using, I'd say, 10% of the platform's systems, but we will because it's just such a great, great product. So it's on high level. Like I say, you can click on the image and you can get there. People are struggling, to say the least. Uh, it's tough out there. The economics, trade wars, tariffs, just cost of things. I saw an infographic, I think it was from Fox Business, where the average price of a particular fast food chain since 2019 on average has increased almost 200%. So that's double. Like a cheeseburger used to be $1 in 2019 is now like almost $4. Adds up, doesn't it? Now, even case in point, I went to a local bagel shop yesterday and got a breakfast combo. $15. Ouch. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm gonna need to start making this stuff at home. This is out of the ordinary. And I don't go out all the time, but it's like, wait a minute. What could that $15 do? What could I spend that on that could actually be better for me than something that I'm just going to consume and digest and it'll be done and gone. Doesn't mean it didn't taste good. It did for 15 bucks. I'd hope so. But but a lot of people are struggling, and I partnered up with an organization called Help Text. It's mental health. It's very affordable. You can get text-based help on the things that you're struggling with because mental health is health. Stress, for example, is a huge, huge problem, and a lot of people are under insane amount, insane amounts of stress, and it's not getting any easier. So it's affordable. You can access it. It's confidential. Um, you're on your iBinky anyway, or iPhone, or Android device all the time. You can get some help. So click on that link, sign up, get the help you need. For organizations that are looking for ways to better train your employees, because if you onboard employees right, there's a 63% or chance that they're going to stay longer than a year. Because we know turnover is a $1 trillion problem. Interviewed somebody earlier this week, and we talked about that. It costs organizations over $1 trillion a year to deal with turnover, and people, well, losing people doesn't hit the bottom line. $1 trillion is going to hit the bottom line across the board. It's hitting you. You're just not measuring it right. So, training people is critically important. So, Trinial is just an awesome, amazing platform to onboard people the right way, give them the right training. So customizable. So, if you're looking for a place to strengthen your training regimen in your organization, give them a check. Apollo, I love this app. It helps you find people. Um, you want to connect. If you're an entrepreneur or small business, you're looking for prospects, and there's ways to find people. But Apollo does a great job of finding out all kinds of different stuff about them. So you can find people that are the executive vice president of widgets at this organization and get you some really good information so you can reach out to them. So if you're looking for something to help with your prospecting, Apollo is a great way to go to it. Black Box AI. If If you're in the coding side of things of AI and not just asking AI to, how do I use my air fryer to cook these meatballs for the spaghetti that I'm making for dinner tonight? Spoiler alert, come on over. I'm sure I can make some more. But Blackbox is designed for developers in coding. It's a great, powerful platform, and they're investing a ton of money into things. So if you're looking for a coding side of things within AI, I highly encourage you to check out Blackbox. That's a great stuff. Crisp Call. There's a lot of debate about this, but you know what? I think that it leverages some technology in a decent way. Crisp Call is an AI phone system, and I think it has a lot of bells and whistles to it that can allow you to do some outreach and also inbound for customer service to help streamline some things to help people get the information they need quicker. Because we know that staffing can be a problem, even though it's a challenging time for people. They're like, we're having difficulty finding jobs. There are jobs out there, but a lot of people don't want to work those jobs. Hence, that's where AI comes in to deal with those types of jobs to fill those in so we can hopefully create jobs that people do want to work in. But Crisp Call, excuse me, is a great platform. I highly encourage you to check them out, and maybe they'll help you streamline your phone side of things. Podmatch. I've been with these guys for years. If you're looking to be a guest on podcasts, which I think you should, if you're a thought leader of any type, um, or you have a story, and everybody's got a story, with the massive, massive growth of podcasts over the years, it's important for you to find those shows and be found. So Podmatch is a great platform for that. If you have a podcast, you should be on Podmatch because you can find some absolutely amazing guests. I've had over 900 episodes of the Breakfast Leadership Show, which is just mind-boggling. Since I didn't want to do a podcast in the beginning, but we're approaching that 1K number. We're going to hit that pretty soon, and that's quite the accomplishment. I'm still shocked, but I've done it, and the numbers are there. I love it. But I found some amazing, amazing guests, and I've been on some amazing shows that I found through Podmatch. So it's affordable, easy to use. It's a great platform. Alex and the team over there do just a wonderful job. So I highly encourage you if you want to appear on shows or you have a show or you're going to launch a show, get on Podmatch. So click on the image and it'll get you there. For manufacturers, um, there's a lot of challenges, and I've worked in a lot of different industries, and I know manufacturing definitely has this challenge as well, where the software you have is clunky at best. And MRP Easy is a platform that I've partnered up with because I do some work in the manufacturing space, and I find that they are a great platform to help small manufacturers kind of leverage technology a little bit better, make it a little bit easier, make it an actual tool, much like you have tool and die equipment in your factory or other types of tools. This is again another tool that you can use, and if you're a small manufacturer, check them out. They're really really good. Uptree, um, as we know and we see about it all the time, we usually get a note or a news article that there's been some type of a security hack or cyber security breach or your data's been compromised, things like that. Optry helps you kind of remove some of your private information from over 1,000 websites. You have no idea where your information is. If you're not sure about that, type in your name and maybe your city and state where you live, and you'll be alarmed at the number of sites that actually have your physical address. And it's like, oh, how do they have that? I mean, some of it's public record, some of it's from a variety of different decent or maybe nefarious sites. But their service does a great job of cleaning that up for you to get those really important and private information links, your home address, your phone, and other info uh, stripped from those sites. So if you're concerned about that, which you should be, in my opinion. Uh, Go ahead and check them out. They're good. All right. We know it's since it's the end of the year, we're not really thinking about this yet because we're trying to figure out, okay, do we have everything for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow in the U.S. anyway? But 1099s are going to need to be issued at some point for your contractors. So um, Tax 1099 does a great job of helping you kind of streamline that a little bit. So if you're in the business of issuing 1099s, go check them out. They're really good. Reclaim AI, again, another platform I've used for several years. They do a good job of helping you manage your calendar. And what I mean by that is kind of building in some buffer time or some time for you to kind of retool and refocus because uh, I'm with you. Without my calendar, that's the equivalent of taking away my oxygen. I need it. There's no doubt about it. I need my calendar, and Reclaim does a good job of kind of finding some things for you, and it's a wonderful platform if you have trouble with your calendar and scheduling. So I highly encourage you to check it out. So another thing, time off. Does anybody take that anymore? I don't know. A lot of people that are burned out, I ask them when the last time they take a vacation, and they have to go on ChatGPT and Google or look up, what does the word vacation mean? Because they haven't taken one in a while. But as a business owner, keeping track of paid time off is an absolute pain unless you've got a really robust HR system. It many cases, especially in construction or the trades or things like that, it's not easy to keep track of it. You got it in a notebook somewhere, and you left the notebook at home, so you don't know how much time Cliff has taken. Although he's probably taken more than he should have, but I don't know for sure. With this system, you can keep track of it. They can keep track of it. Everybody knows. Everybody's on the same page. So I would highly encourage you to check out Connect Team when it comes to keeping track of time. The next one is ManyChat. Now, if you look over here on the screen, you see this little chat app here. Now, I should probably not say this, but that's not from ManyChat. I have used ManyChat before. That's part of the CRM that I use too. But if you don't want to use the CRM and you're looking for an opportunity to add a chat bot to your website, which again, I think you should, because what it does is you can load the information up. The frequently asked questions, people that call you and contact you, the more information you can give to a prospective customer, the more informed they are, the more likely that they will work with you. So it's really important for you to get in the game and make sure that you have some type of chat capability on your site because others do and people are now kind of expecting it. So if you don't have it, you're being left behind, unfortunately. So ManyChat's a great app. Like I said, I've used it. It does some great work, so I highly encourage you to use it. If you're not using High Level, which has one in it, there's there. Now, let's say you're crushing it. Let's say your business is growing, or let's say you've hit that. You know what? I want to do something different. That's where Flippa comes in. Flippa is a great platform for you to list your business for sale, or if you're looking to buy a business, there's a way there. It makes it easier because before buying a business was you had to know who was selling. Sometimes you may not know that someone's selling. It gives you an opportunity to do a lot of research, see what's out there, because you may find that there's a business that's kind of in your niche or niche, depending on what part of the world you're from. And you might be able to find something that is going to be really beneficial for you. Or if you're looking to sell, you can go out there and they'll work. They give all kinds of different great advice and tips and things like that to prepare your business for sale. It's not just slap a for sale sign on the front. No, there's some things you need to do. Lots of documentation, financial statements, guidelines, all those things. Because when someone buys the business, usually they're looking for something that is turnkey, where they can just hand over the keys, and they move in and they just continue operations, which ideally it's what you want to do if you're selling your business. So Flip is a great partner to use if you're looking to acquire or sell your business. Learn Worlds, LMS, again, going back to onboard training and things like that. There's courses and internal courses or external courses for your customers, your clients. Learn Worlds is one of the great platforms out there that utilizes the latest technology to really make creating courses fun and easy. So, if you're looking to create courses or training for your internal or external clients, check them out. They're really good. Folk is a CRM, and I've already had a conversation about High Level, which I'm a big, big fan of. But you know what? Uh, Maybe you don't need anything that robust. That's where Folk can come in and really help you get a CRM. You do need some type of CRM, and it can't be an Excel spreadsheet. If you're running your business off just an Excel spreadsheet, it's time to level up a little bit. Believe me, you will find so many efficiencies when you start leveraging a CRM. So Folk is a great platform for that. I highly encourage you take a look at them. Anybody ever sign a document online? Anybody ever get a PDF that you have to fill out and it might not be fillable? Well, that's where PDF Filler and Sign Now come into play because I've used PDF Filler for a long time, and just usually for W-9 forms. But the other things as well, contracts, agreements, whatnot, and they've been around for quite a long time. I've used them for quite a long time. Millions of people use it. So if you're not using it, it's a great platform. It's affordable. And you can fill in PDFs and amaze people that it's typed instead of handwritten. So I encourage you to do that. For my colleagues in the medical space, um, medical devices and medical equipment, expensive. Oh my goodness, is that stuff pricey? Uh, so there's ways to find some cost savings, and MFI Medical does that. San Diego based, but don't hold that against them or be jealous of them. But important to find some cost savings. So if you're looking for an additional vendor or maybe a different vendor in your clinic or hospital, check out MFI Medical. They're really good. Simply Sensitivity checks you out for food insensitives. Guess what? We all have some food allergies and intolerances. All of us do. Or some foods are better for us than others. I had a test done several years ago and I already knew about my potato allergy, which I've joked about before, especially when I'm in keynote talks and whatnot. Yes, I have a potato allergy, a legit allergy to potatoes. I'm Irish descent. If that's not the cruelest joke, I don't know what is. But I don't have to use an EpiPen if I consume a potato. But what happens? I get a little bit of inflammation. Thought it was congestion for the longest time, but just no, my nasal passages get inflamed, so it makes it a little bit harder to breathe. Uh, but I'm also, and when I had the test done, discovered that I have an intolerance to eggs. Breakfast leadership. My logo is an egg. So I have an intolerance to my logo. I'm not about to change it, but I found that extremely bothersome and problematic. But it's amazing when you eat the foods that are right for you, that your body naturally likes and knows what to do with, you feel better. You have less inflammation, less pain, better comfort. You feel better. Your cognitive abilities improve. So if you're unsure, just check these guys out. They'll give you a test. It's real quick at home. Send it in. They say, "Hey, this is what it is." So give them a check. U Capital FindTech Group. Big fans of these guys. They give all kinds of information, videos, live streams, whatnot, on investing opportunities, investing in general. Um, Access to angel funders. So if you're a business and you're looking for some additional funding to help you get your business to where it wants to be, it's a great way to find people. So I encourage you to sign up for them. They have been really helpful for a lot of organizations. So give them a check out. vidIQ, big fan of these guys. If you have videos on the YouTubes, um, you need to have this app. And the reason why is they use the latest and greatest technologies to look and make sure that your titles, your thumbnails, and you can actually create thumbnails with it, your notes, tags, all of those things um, are high ranking and high scored. So you have a good opportunity to actually be seen when people are looking on your videos. Without it, you're flying blind and you're just putting stuff out there and people may not see it. So I highly encourage you to sign up for them. Very affordable, great team. Constantly innovating things, releasing training videos and new features all the time. So, if you're on YouTube, do yourself a big favor and make sure that you support vidIQ because they're great. Warmy, warm email. Ever hear of cold emails? You probably have an inbox full of them. Warmy is an email platform that kind of helps you make sure that your messages have a better chance of getting delivered and read. It's a great platform. Love what they do there. And if you're using email as a way to prospect and get new business, you definitely want to check out Warmy. Okay, and wrapping up here, we got, yeah, it looks like I got three more to go. I'm not saving the best for last because I love all the vendors we talked about, but I'm going to tell you that these three are ones that I use constantly. First one is Marky. Marky AI is a platform that I've been using for several months now, where basically you tell it who you are, upload your logos, images, things like that, what you talk about, what your business is about, and it will create a month or more of social media posts for you in hardly any time at all. It's in your voice, using your color schemes, your logos, your voice, everything. And not just still images, but carousels, stories, connect it to a ton of platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, you name it. It's just such, I love this app. I use it all the time. I use it with several clients. It's a game changer. It helps you create real content that ties back to you and sounds like you and looks like you because it is you. It's using your voice. So if you're struggling with social media, check them out. They're really, really good. I'm going to skip over the Alfana for a minute and I'm going to go back to OneStream, which is the platform I'm using right now to stream to you. Again, this is one of those apps that I met through AppSumo. It's funny how things are so connected. But the OneStream team, they just, again, have added so many different things. You can connect to all kinds of different platforms, not just YouTube, but Rumble or LinkedIn or TikTok or Twitch or Telegram. There's 45 plus, and they keep adding them. There's so many different places you can stream to get your message about. Because if you're a business owner or an influencer, you're like, I want to stream to multiple places. Well, are you going to record it 16 times? No, that's that's foolish. It takes up too much time. Why don't you just do it once and have it get replicated across the board? That's where OneStream comes in. Amazing job, easy to use, easy to connect, works really well even on old MacBooks like this one that I'm using. I think next year might be it for this one. We'll see. Maybe if you guys buy enough of these things, I'll get enough affiliate revenue and I'll just replace it. No pressure though. So, but yeah, if you stream at all, and you should, because we know that live streams are a big, big deal. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, people are consuming the live stuff. They want to see it. Why? Not that looking at the videos that are out there already aren't good enough, but live streams give us that connection, a little bit of sense of belonging. When you're watching somebody live, it's as if you're there with them. You feel like you belong. And that's one of the biggest things that I've noticed over these last few years is I think a lot of people are struggling with belonging, and it's sad. But there's ways to connect, and OneStream is one great way to do it. And then finally, on this Thanksgiving Eve, I want to talk about Alfana. Sebastian and the team over there have created. I don't want to see, it's not like saying you have a favorite kid. I don't want to do that, but I tell you what, Alfana is one of my favorite apps out there. I use it all the time. It basically, you can upload a video, or a link to a YouTube stream, and create over 100. And they keep adding things, different things, YouTube shorts, TikTok shorts, blog articles, Instagram reels, Instagram stories, social media posts, um, quizzes. There's so many things that this app does, and I'm likely going to record a a separate video on a few of these, and Alfana is definitely going to be one of them because, again, Sebastian, who's the co-founder, not my dog Sebastian, different Sebastian. Both have mustaches. One's human, one is not, because he's currently sleeping by the door there. Yeah, hopefully you're not sleeping too, but I wouldn't blame you. Sleep is a great thing. But Elfan is an amazing, amazing platform. Again, another one that I got through AppSumo a while back, and I am so thankful for them. They do an absolutely amazing job. Like I said, I'm going to record a separate video on them and do a deep dive in how I use it. Like I said, I don't use a tenth of all the things that are there, but they keep adding things. It leverages AI. It does all kinds of fun stuff, but it helps you create a ton of different content pieces from one content thing, and that's create once, use many. That's one of those efficiencies that many of the applications and platforms that we've gone over today allow you to do. So, again, really thank you for your support of my organization. It has been a wild ride so far. I'm excited about the opportunities that we all have in the future. I am very thankful for you. I'm very thankful for the opportunity to serve. So, on this Thanksgiving, a reminder to be thankful, have gratitude, even if you're going through the worst of times. And we've been there, I've been there. I know I can relate. Uh, I may not know exactly what you're going through, but I can relate to what going through a difficult time feels like. We've all done that. It's called character building, I think is one way they put it. There's some other phrases that are quite profane that match it well too, but find something to be thankful for. Have gratitude, even if it's just you woke up this morning. And I know sometimes that is not something you really think about, but I get out of my bed every morning, my feet hit the floor, and I say thank you. Thank you for another day, another opportunity to do something for me and for those that I love and the people that I serve. So on this Thanksgiving, I thank you. And I appreciate you reaching out to some of these organizations that we went off or went about and talked about today. If there's a protocol there that or a platform that resonates with you, sign up. And yeah, okay, I get a little bit. It's not like I'm going to be a trillionaire from it, but it'd be awesome if I did. I'd build more and share more. But there's some platforms that I know will benefit you because they benefit me and they help me do the things that I love to do and want to do and get to do. And I want you as a business owner or an entrepreneur or just as an individual that's doing some things. There's something here that can help you, even if it's just the Amazon. Um, you know, support these businesses. It supports us. It supports you because it gives you something that will help you do the things that you want to do and grow in this life. So, again, a very happy Thanksgiving to you and to everybody. And until next time, be well.